Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so as you can see by the paperwork I have in front of me, we're starting on the Tomahawk. I've moved this to sort of the front of the pile because there seems to be lots of views on the unboxing, so let's strike while the iron is hot and do the build. The instructions seem a lot better than the obvious ones for the extra, so I'll give you a quick scan. This is all on the HobbyKing website as well, of course. Those two pages aren't really important to us. And then, so the first thing it says, first about assembly, is put stickers on. So that is what we will do. Okay, so I have stickified my Tomahawk. I went for the blue design. On the bottom, I just added the one. The first one to have one. At my club. So, next, according to the instructions, is move the hinges back and forth, yeah, and then connect up the elevons, and then put on the upper fins. Onwards. Okay, so I think starting this servo juts a little bit near the centre, which is slightly worrying. As you can see, they're both just going out at the moment. These are glued in with goop plumbing and a stick to get it in there. They're actually a lot quicker than I was expecting these servos to be. They're like they've clearly put faster servos with less torque in as opposed to more torque that are slower. So the next stage, according to manual, is gluing with foam safe glue. I don't really know why foam safe as opposed to regular glue. I don't really know why. So I'm going to test some foam from like the inside of the canopy with regular glue, and we'll see how it goes. If it's fine, I'll glue it. If not, I'll just use some more plumbing glue. Onwards. Okay, so it seemed fine. That's using regular medium super glue from HobbyKing. There we are. So that's that in. I have tested for size the video transmitter. I'm using the sort of go-to, just 1 second, cheapo Eachine transmitter, cheapo generic Banggood camera, and the antenna I'm using is actually one of the Aomway, the small ones, not the long ones, the ones that are half height. At the same price, more or less, as the full-size ones. So I had some of those, so I thought this is the perfect model to use them on. So I'm going to use this back hole for those, then at the rear hole that you also use for your finger. I'm also going to use that for the long range because all my heavy planes are on long range. But yeah, so next, I'm not 100% sure, what I'm probably going to do is program up the receiver and get that plugged in. I also need to change the connector that's on here for what I have on the rest of all my old mini quad batteries, which I'm going to be using in this. So we'll see what happens next, I suppose. I swear every time just before I press record the boiler starts, so I apologise for noise in the background. But progress has been made. This blue thing coming out the top is actually the tube for my long range aerial. I've gone with one of the 4-channel ones, he says, before he can't get it off. So I'll just put that back there. I've had to cut a little bit of foam out to get it far back. I want it as far away from the 5.8 as possible, but considering that they have the 2.4 design to come out of there, I don't think there's that much of an issue. Also swapped over the connectors. I have 2 batteries that I can try using in here. I've got my Graphene 1.3 65C4S, and I've also got my, what I use on the Sky Hunter and all that dollop, 1.4 1445C. Quite old packs these, they are getting a bit knackered, but I'll order some more when they run out because they've been absolutely fantastic packs. They've been used way over their power and they're only just dying now. Top notch. They make the best batteries. Well, yeah, this little tiny speaker is just going to sit on top. Shouldn't be too bad, I think. And also, this is not, even though it's a long range system, it's never going to be used long range. It's just so that I have all the range in the world for when it's close by and racing around things. But yeah, Got this on the right software and bound to my radio. To run this, for anyone who's interested, XLS with the module in the back. Going to be using this canopy because I actually have a run cam which I've actually never stuck on a plane before. I stuck it in one plane that then crashed and it wasn't recording. It's really annoying, but yeah, that's going to go on the front of there. I'm going to replace the strap because I want to use a strap which has a tammy down hole in. So yeah, next is velcro that down, put some velcro in for the battery, and then we're going to work on the FPV gear, which I'm going to use a similar setup to what's, excuse me, in my micro Skyhunter over there. So let's see what happens next. Okay, so we are progressing quite well. I'm going to replace that with a different strap because, as I say, I don't really like the ones that, excuse me, that don't have the hole through the middle of there. More or less everything's in. The cabling soldering was an absolute nightmare. The plastic that was on some of the wires kept melting and sort of being like sucked into the solder, which made then the solder contaminated and not wanting to really stick. Probably a real nightmare. What I'm probably going to do, now I've seen the way it all fits in here, is actually use a made up wire lead so I don't have to try and solder.
Inactivity alarm.
Excuse me. So I don't have to try and solder 3 cables together. I'll just cut and make this to fit. Trouble is this a little bit big to find because the wiring in here is crazy to try and all cram in. So next thing of course would be doing dual rates and CofG, and according to the book, which is really bad description, like is a CofG there or is it there? I'm going to presume that it's there, which is, it's a lot easier to see on a monitor screen, is roughly in line with, actually, give me 1 second. Okay, so I was sort of correct. The CofG point is sort of about sort of here to here. So, you know, rough guideline will go off the back of the servo wire tape. But the issue is, if you go off the back of the servo wire tape, this model is horrendously nose heavy, which is better than it being horrendously tail heavy like the X1 is. Need to still fix that. But the issue is that while nose heavy is good, it is dramatically nose heavy, not just a little bit. And this is even with the 1300 slid all the way back as far as it can. You know, the 14 in the front was, if anything, slightly worse. I think they weigh about the same. It's just because the 1.3 is shorter, it means the weight goes further back. There's a lot of levers and things. So I've just ordered, because I'm doing this on March 31st, it's just right on the tail end of the HobbyKing sale, some of the recommended 1000 mAh graphene. They're about 40-45 grams lighter, so that should help. Another thing we can do is similar to the Macro Skyhunter. I recognise this is not a Macro Skyhunter. There may already be a video, there may not be, about why this is like this. I can use a spacer to try and move the motor further back to get CofG, but the thing is, there's not. Wait a second, I'm putting the bits of Skyhunter all in one box. I can't really move anything else back. I mean, I can move the video transmitter an inch further back, possibly even out of that hole, but it gets a bit close to this. But the receiver's all the way back, battery's all the way back. I can move this back, but I think it's like less than 10 grams, so it's not really going to do a lot. But if I can save 40 grams in the battery, and if I can use some of those spaces to move the motor back, then we might be fine. I don't have much luck with flying wings because there's an S800 and bits down there. I'm not sure if these videos have gone up, but S800 didn't finish its maiden, and the Skyhunter, on its second or third flight, I got a bit hasty with it. It was my own fault, that one. But the S800 was video failure and then me attempting to fly it blind, and it proceeded to do a flat spin and smash into a few pieces, which is annoying considering it's the S800. But anyway, this one, I'm probably going to fly it nose heavy, but it's hard to demonstrate because I've only got one hand, but it is incredibly nose heavy. So as I say, they were £10, they're £15, I've ordered 2. Another thing that means if I've got dedicated batteries for this, I can make the leads shorter, because at the moment these leads are quite long and annoying. If I can make them only that long, if it's just for this one model, and excellent. It saves on a lot of extra wire that's needed on a quad but not really needed on these. But yeah, that's the speaker controller and the receiver all the way in the back.
I don't know that one.
That literally scared the living shit out of me. I didn't say anything to you. Holy man. That's my dad having it way too loud. Anyway. Yeah, so for now this is a case of, and this is the horrendous wiring, I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to swap it out. But yeah. New batteries on the way, possibly to move the motor out. Slightly concerning at this point that that is the case, but yeah, we'll see what happens from here. So, I don't know if this will be uploaded as a part 1 or a part 2, but I do want to get this up as soon as I can, so we'll see. Well, thank you for watching. Excuse me. Like if you liked and subscribe and stuff. Leave comments with any feedback. Goodbye.